We'll start by getting centered. Please slide to the back of your chair, uncross your legs, have your feet flat on the floor, and just take a load off for a moment or two. Let your eyes close. And as you do so, let yourself become aware of the points of contact your body is making with the floor. Feet on the floor, your toes, your seat in the chair, your back against the chair. Just notice those sensations. And then notice your breath moving in your body as well. Feeling which parts of the body expand as you inhale, which parts of the body contract as you exhale. And just acknowledging how you feel in your body in this moment. Then notice where your mind is today. What thoughts are moving through your mind? Are they moving quickly? Are they moving slowly? Do they circle back? Do they feel useful? Unuseful? Is it hard to tell? Noticing the mind, the thoughts in the mind. And whatever activity you find, just accept it. That this is where your mind is right now. And of course, it's okay if you're wanting it to change and not be like this, but this is where we start, is how the mind is in this moment. From here, go ahead and take a deeper, fuller breath. And allow your eyes to open, bringing yourself back. Good, welcome. Please slide to the edge of your chair. Have your feet about hip width apart, knees hip width apart, heels stacking underneath the knees. Nice, stable stance here. Taking your arms down by your sides, we'll start with some arm lifts. So with your inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides and up, reaching up, looking up. And exhale, release your arms back down. Go through that again. Inhale, reaching up, big stretch like you just woke up. And exhale, releasing down. Let's add a different breathing technique to this. Inhale through the nose as you reach up. Exhale out of your mouth as you release down. Do that a few more times. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling out of the mouth. A few more times. Once more, inhale, reach up. And release. Notice sensation. Maybe noticing how it changed when we changed the breathing style itself. Little tricks for the breath there. Good. For our next exercise, please take your arms straight out to the sides, and then bend your elbows, bring the hands either onto or towards your shoulders, okay? And for me, I have the four fingers in front, the thumbs behind. And the bicep, the upper arm, right now is parallel to the floor. Now, I want you to pretend that the tip of the elbows, this is for both arms, is like a pencil. You're going to start to draw circles with those pencils. You're drawing circles on the wall to either side of you. Little circles. Breathe. This is getting the entire shoulder mechanism engaged, not just the joint, but the shoulder blades, the tops of the shoulders, the pecs, so the chest muscles, even a little bit of the lats. Start to make those circles a little bit bigger. Even bigger. So it's like you're drawing a spiral now that's going outwards. Bigger and bigger, getting a little bit more dramatic with the shoulders. Breathe. Big circles with the elbows. And then bring the elbows to point downward, still hands on top of the shoulders. Now be aware of which direction you were moving. Which direction were you moving before? If you could make another circle to find that out, do so. Because we're going to go in the opposite direction, starting with big circles and slowly making our way back to small ones. So got to figure out which way you were going before. Go the opposite way. Might take a moment to figure that out. Start to make those big circles with the elbows. As if you're drawing on the walls to either side of you with a pencil. The pencil being the tips of the elbows. Breathe here. You might find the in through the nose, out through the mouth to be useful, especially if you're noticing fatigue in the shoulders. And then start to make those circles a little bit smaller. Again, that circle more of a spiral that's coming inward. Breathe. Smaller circles, smaller circles. Then you come to the point where the upper arms are about parallel to the floor again, and just make small circles there. 3, 2, and 1. Release the arms down. Good. Feel the shoulders. That one did a lot. Noticing what's happening. Doesn't look like much, but you feel it, don't you? Good. Doing a little bit more for the shoulders here. We'll do some spinal flexes. Good news, your hands can just stay down where they're at. With your inhale, roll the shoulders down the back and look up. And exhale, roll the shoulders down and forward. Look at your lap. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, open the upper back. Inhale, opening the chest. Exhale, opening the upper back. Let's just continue on your breath. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, rounding. Creating that mobility in the upper back. This area gets so tight. Three, 2, and 1. Come to a tall seat. Shoulders relaxing down. Good. Please hang your arms down right now. They might still feel heavy from that earlier exercise, and that's good because we want them to feel heavy because we're going to do some neck rolls. So go ahead and drop an ear to a shoulder. Bring the head back up to center. Bring the other ear toward its shoulder. Coming back up, just keep teeter-tottering from side to side, feeling a pull on one side of the neck, feeling a pull on the other side. And breathe. And then take an ear to a shoulder, then roll forward, chin to chest, and roll to the other side. Stop there, then reverse it. Roll forward and down, ear to shoulder, making these half circles. Rolling forward and down, ear to shoulder, forward and down, ear to shoulder. Keep the shoulders heavy. And keep breathing. Especially if you feel some tension here, keep breathing. Good. Now, in this half circle that we're doing, there may be a point that feels pretty important, a certain stretch. And if that's the case for you, go ahead and stop at that point and breathe there, just feeling that stretch. And if you're not finding anything, just keep going, rolling from side to side, breathing as you do so. And if there are multiple points, just you can come back to this exercise another time and take care of those ones. Good. And then drop the chin down to the chest. Lift your head up to neutral. Good. So doing a little bit more work for the neck here. I'm going to ask you to bring your right arm all the way to the sky, bend the elbow, and bring your right hand to the left side of your head above the ear. Now, let me demonstrate this really quickly for you, just so that we don't go too far. All right. I'm going to drop an ear to the shoulder, and I'm going to pull on the head to feel a stretch along the side of the neck. Now, I'm only putting about 5 pounds of pressure into that pull. I'm not yanking my ear toward my shoulder. That hurts. Don't do it. Just a little bit of pressure to increase the stretch just beyond where it is naturally. All right, now you can join me. Right arm up, bend the elbow, hand to the other side of the head, drop the right ear toward its shoulder, and then just give the head a gentle tug. Feel the left shoulder anchoring down. It's really easy to overstrain the neck. That's why we don't want to put a lot of pressure here. Trust that it's enough just to do a little bit. Good, and then release the head, have it come back up. Definitely noticing different sides. Good, and then we'll do the other side. Left arm up, bend the elbow, hand to the outside of the head. My headset, so holding onto the head. Just gonna take the left ear to the left shoulder and give it a gentle tug. Feel the right shoulder anchor down. And breathe. Good, and then carefully release, head coming back up, and hopefully the sides of the neck feel a bit more even now. So we have one more neck stretch to do. That's kind of the theme of at least the first part of our class today. We've done a lot of the stretching for the sides of the neck. We've done a lot of stretching for the back of the neck. Now I get to give a stretch to the front of the neck. And so actually I might come closer to the camera for this. You can keep sitting, but I'm just going to kneel down in front of you here since I didn't think about this earlier. So you're going to interlace your fingers and you're going to place the hands directly on top of the chest. And you're going to press the flesh of the chest downward and then squeeze your elbows in towards your sides. Good. Once you have that locked and loaded, you're going to lift the chin and turn it in the opposite direction at a diagonal from one of your thumbs. It doesn't matter which one. And then take some deep breaths into the chest. Good. Then bring the head to center. We're going to do the other side. So interlace the fingers again. Just start over. Bring the hands back onto the top of the chest. Pull the flesh of the chest downward. Squeeze your elbows in. Lift your chin and turn it diagonally in the other direction. And breathe. Breathe into the chest. Good. One more breath here. And bring the head around to center and release. Hopefully at this point you feel some nice length on all sides of the neck. Backing up to the chair. All right, so for our next exercise, I'm gonna ask you to take your feet into the wider stance. So just a little bit wider than your shoulders, the knees at least. Heels stacking underneath your knees and your toes pointing outward. Nice stable stance, so when you lean, you don't fall, ideally. All right, so I'll demonstrate this one really quickly. We've done it before, but it's always good to just make sure we're on the same page. I'm gonna bring my hands onto my my thighs by my knees, and my fingertips are pointing inward so that my elbows can bend pretty easily. Because in a moment I'll have you bend forward, and then just begin to swing the spine from side to side. The head can either be loose with this, coming with you for that journey, or it can stay more stable if that feels like it's necessary. But we're going to feel the entire spine waving and swinging from side to side. So you can think about each vertebrae, has its own rotation of axis. We're creating kind of like that whip-like movement in the spine. Gently, though. All right. No snapping. No snapping. Hands on the thighs, please. Go ahead and bend the elbows, bend forward. Just gently start swinging, keeping the hips grounding on the chair. And just start swinging from side to side. There's really no wrong way to do this. Maybe certain parts of your spine feel tight and you want to focus on those regions. Side to side. Breathe as you do this. We'll go for about 20 more seconds. And then swing yourself slowly toward a tall seat. Spine and center, feel for a moment. And then fold straight forward again. Hands can stay on the thighs. Feel your chin drop in toward your throat, feeling the back of the neck open up. And just allow your head to hang heavy here. Good. Inhale, roll yourself all the way up. All right. Just a few more postures. Please bring your uh, knees and feet a little closer together. Forgetting my words today. And we'll come into a twist. So go ahead and take your right hand across to the outside of your left thigh. Your left hand can come on to the chair next to you or the chair back behind you. Once you have that connection, sit up nice and tall. And exhale, roll the left shoulder back, looking behind you. And we're going to stay in the pose and breathe for a few rounds. Good. Inhale, carefully unwind. And then we'll do the other side, taking your left hand to the outside of your right thigh. Bring your right hand either under the chair next to you or the chair back behind you. With your inhale, sit up nice and tall. With your exhale, roll the right shoulder back, twist, and breathe. Good. Inhale, carefully unwind again. And then come into the spinal flex. Open the chest, look up. Staying in the pose, shrug your shoulders up a little bit to create a shelf for your neck. Feeling the front of the throat, neck open again, chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Deep breath in. And to come out, exhale, just hinge at the hips, fold forward, and just slowly lower yourself down onto the thighs. In the last movement, have your chin drop in towards your throat so the back of the neck opens again, feeling the head heavy. Good. Inhale, slowly bring yourself back up. Great job. Let's spend the last few minutes we have together in meditation, sliding to the back of your chair so you feel nice and steady, nice and supported, nice and stable. Let the eyes close. Once again, become aware of the points of contact your body makes with the floor, your feet on the floor. Your feet on the floor, your seat in the chair. And again, feel yourself supported by these points. The chair beneath you, the floor beneath you, the foundation of the building you're in beneath you, and the earth beneath that. Rising up to hold you, relax in this moment. And feeling your body relax, I'd like you to slow down your breath. Slowly inhaling, slowly exhaling. In addition to slowing down your breath, allow it to be just a little bit deeper, taking in just a bit more air as you inhale, letting go of a bit more air as you exhale. The slowing down of the breath helps to slow down the movements of your mind. And keep the breath nice and steady here. And I'd like you to become aware of the space in your body just below the tip of your tailbone. The space just below the tailbone. In yoga, this is called the root of the body. And by bringing your awareness to this space, we start to feel a bit more grounded, a bit steadier, more stable, and even more connected. Connected to the supports of the planet beneath you, this earth that supports all life, allowing it in this moment to support you as well. Your mind in the root, grounded and stable. And when your mind starts to wander and drift, bring it right back to the root. Ground the mind. After a while, you may even sense this sense of stillness to the mind and body. And if that's not yet true, still ground the mind at the root. And anytime you find yourself unsteady, restless, anxious, nervous, unable to sit still, ground your mind here at the root. To help bring you back into that connection and stability. Good. So from here, please begin to take a deeper, fuller breath. Bring your palms together in front of you and rub them together, creating heat. Taking the heated palms over your eyes, brushing back over the top of your head and down your neck, bringing yourself back to the space around you.